Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, hump day. Going to start my day off with my daily focus checklist. Very important to have this system to make sure we don't derail, even if we want to. And even having this system in place, I sometimes am guilty of just deviating from it. That could signify a lot of deeper psychological shifts that come into play during live market conditions. Some things that you address and some things that you just cannot address. So you have to find your process and work around all this stuff. So I'm gonna read them out loud as well so I know. I've slept well, hydrated, feel mentally clear. I've defined my trading window and will respect it. I'll only take a setup, structure plus volume plus narrative. I'll size appropriately based on account buffer and volatility. Execute my system not to chase combined targets. I will trail stops or take partials once 20 plus profits, points and profits. Usually I don't take partials, I'll just trail stops or just take the whole position off, and that's been working out for me, but that depends on market conditions. If I want to re-enter or just take the whole profit. Will not re-enter after two consecutive losses without journaling. That's something that I've been struggling with in the heat of the moment. My journaling is usually on stream, just taking a quick review, 5 minutes even, just recording all the trades, anything that I did. But I think yesterday I totally missed it. And going in the session, I knew that it's going to be choppy, and I still allowed myself to get chopped out. A couple of consecutive losses. I need a breathing room, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just taking off from the charts, and that would really work nicely. Risk management, I've set platform risk limits daily lot. I haven't done that, but mentally I just know what I need to do, what my max limit is, and I need to put some reps in. So whenever I hit those limits, no matter how fast, no matter how late, I need to just get out, close the stream, and I need to put that reps in. Usually when I'm on stream, I would want to continue for the whole session, but I think there's sometimes just have to put my foot down and close everything off because that's the best way for profitability. And that's what we're trading for, profitability and making money in the market, and not just because we just want to press some buttons. Of course, I love trading. I know the the art of trading and what it can do for me mentally, financially, spiritually. So that's more important, and keeping that emotional capital in check as well, rather than just trading for the sake of it or streaming for the sake of it, because then I think it's got no value. And I want to provide value for myself and anybody else who's watching. I'll size down or close the day after two consecutive losses. That goes in conjunction with I will not re-enter after two consecutive losses. So if I have two losses, I'll size down or close the day. That's it. Sizing down seems appropriate, halving the size and letting the trades run out and see if we can go back to where we were rather than trying to fight it and with the same size. And I think that would really um, be beneficial. I'll skip trading if emotionally tilted or fatigued. This is a very important one because this just skips through the cracks sometimes. Even if I'm not fatigued, the emotional side of things or that shift can happen in a second. And in trading, you cannot afford any mistakes any second because it is high performance. It is like driving a Formula One car. It is like performing in the highest leagues if you want to be profitable or achieve the dreams or where I put my standards at. There's no room for mistakes. I will protect green days. No need to force extra trades. That's very important as well. But also, I don't want to be hesitant when I see A plus setups. Stream accountability. I will stream my session to reinforce discipline. That's what I'm doing. I will use a stream review trigger after major trades or emotional pivots. That means during stream, I'll just go ahead and just review everything, and that goes in line with I'll I won't enter after two consecutive losses without journaling. So I'll do a 5 minute post session recap. to reflect everything and reset and kind of recalibrate. Don't want to put um, just yeah, just don't want to put a lot of pressure on the whole system. And I know it's a day in, day out thing, and I've been very close to being profitable, but just on the prop firm accounts, I've struggled a lot, especially in the past few months or months actually. Let me just check what day it is, and so I know exactly what's happening. It's day 35, so that means it's been a full month and a half of trading. That's not a lot, but there's been a lot of learning, a lot of uh, solidifying the system. So it's not a lot. It's a very short amount of time that I've come on stream and make sure that I build a system that's solid and long term. And if I can find value in it, or someone else can find value in it, especially with prop firms and especially with intraday trading, which is a completely different beast. So there you go. Took a few trades pre-market, couple of minis. Volume was low. Did a few losses, did a few wins, let some trades run, did a few quick in and outs. So it's just the whole thing was securing profits and taking smaller losses. So that's the trading. Not great in terms of win and loss ratio, 50-50, but did pretty good. That's the trades. Losers are small, that's good. Winners are big, that's great. But let's say I should have stopped after these couple of losses, which I did. I journaled to myself, told myself what's happening. I realized that, okay, I'm not letting it run, or I'm being hesitant when there's momentum. So the next trade, I wasn't hesitant and I went for it. And that's the way. I can't control the outcome, I can just control my system. So and the one thing that really puts me in a psychological shift I realize is if I'm in a good, healthy, profitable trade, especially the start of the day, and I let it come break even, or I let it come hit my stop loss, that would put me in a position where I'm like, okay, that could have been, and could have, should have, would have, that kind of scenario. I really want to avoid that. There's no could have, should have, would have. Even yesterday, I knew that, okay, this gap could have filled, but I just wasn't patient enough. I just got chopped out in this session and closed the day. Had I waited a couple minutes longer, or especially at lunchtime, we saw this big push down come to this level, but that was outside of my trading hours. I mean, this was going to happen, but it just took such a long time. It chopped everyone off. And that's just to say that markets don't work on your schedule. And I should have just accepted that, hey, okay, it just didn't work out during my trading hours, which is 9:30 to 10:30, 11:30, which is fine, you know. But my market read was correct. Like that whole gap, the gap fill setup was still intact. It just didn't happen during my hours or when I wanted it to. And that's just to say that sometimes even when you know everything is aligning and everything is fine, there still could be discrepancies, and that's just trading. So keeping a cool, level head going in this session, not expecting a lot. I can hit about $1,500 of profit, 1,600, 1,550. That would be ideal. But if I close the day close to $1,000, that would be ideal as well. So let's see what today is going to bring. Um, Price action is very consistent. So there's not a lot of chopping around. Hopefully, we don't know when Chop Fest can start, but pre-market looking at this session, I mean, London, everything was just a little bullish, so might see a nice big push up, seeing that we already went all-time highs and prices have been holding up, but we don't know yet. I'm just going to follow direction as it comes and follow momentum, closing profit trades quickly, and after consecutive losses, just stopping. My strength is good read in the market. I'm just not taking my profits, I realize, looking at all the data. I'm just letting my profits come and close break even. I think it's good to secure at least 10, 15, 20 points or take some partials out, and I haven't still gotten that system in place. I want those 30, 40, 50 point trades. Though I do get them, but the days I don't, they really put me in a position where I'm like, well, I should have taken those couple trades. So I'm gonna come and draw my overnight range, which is from 2400 midnight to about 7 in the morning. So some pretty good range printed. So it tells me that there's going to be some action in the market. There you go. Well, let's see how this turns out. Today turns out. Okay, like so. Risky stuff.
Order filled.
I got stopped out pretty quickly, but the possibility we might run down as well. So it's going to be a quick scalp. Pretty bad fill on that one. Wouldn't mind closing it at a smaller profit or a smaller loss.
Order filled.
It's a bad fill, so I just closed it. Better to be safe than sorry in this market. Reason for getting in the short is we're just trying to close below the 50% line, and that would have been profit target reached, but just a lot of volatility in the first 5 minutes. I don't want to risk it at the moment, at least. And we go ahead. So that does tell me this trade that I'm a tad bit hesitant. I don't like being like that, so I scratch that. Feeling very hesitant. Kind of gave up some emotional capital yesterday, that means. So, and we're still in between the overnight range. Pushing that opening range. Red sign. 1 minute before this candle closes.
Order filled.
Buying it there, kind of risky, but seeing that we're the overnight range, we might get a little bounce off.
Order filled.
And closing it there. Quick scalp. Negative RR. Just trying to go for that um, expectancy. Seems like high probability because we just reached the bottom of the overnight range, and usually we get a little bounce off. Not not a big bounce, so it was good to close the trade right there. And I might look for a nice opening breakout trade if we get one.
Order filled.
Shorting it there.
Stop filled.
And it stopped me out. Lost more than I made before, so kind of break even.
Order filled.
Right? My tights are pretty tight. Stops, I mean. Gonna buy it here. See if we can get a nice run up after that big push down. Very tight stops in this market, so that's not a good thing, but just want to protect the capital.
Stop filled.
And it stopped me out.
Order filled.
All right. This is a loss. I'll take some time and recalibrate myself.
Order filled.
Okay. Getting out there. Not sure why though. Even if it's a breakout trade. Just feeling a tad bit hesitant.
Order filled.
Shorting again. See if we can get a rundown. I might add to it. We keep going lower. Stop should roughly be above that wick. That's a pretty big loss.
Stop filled.
And I got stopped out. Whole day is a break even right now. Try to do quick scalps now. Actually, I'll take a moment to just recalibrate, as I said in my rule. So that was a bigger loss, more than 200. Couple of losses. This I could have easily prevented. Um, Back to zero. It looks like was going pretty good, but this session is turning out to be quick losers. So I was thinking, hoping if we could close outside the range, but we didn't. And still could go and go for a short setup, but I'm just unsure if we're just going to be chopping around here. We're actually going to break out. So
Order filled.
here's a short. I'll add to it once we actually break out. Doesn't look like I'm gonna. So this is what I'm looking at. If we go, you know, um, 809
Stop filled.
and got stopped out. Terrible day. It's just because stops are too tight.
Order filled.
Getting chopped out both ways, but let's see. That's my absolute. I wanted to go short, but then I'm flipping what I want to do. Let's see. We're doing what we did yesterday. Go for the lows and then kind of consolidate in this region, chop everyone out. I got chopped out yesterday. I should have known, but I'm still hopeful we can get a little retracement.
Order filled.
Adding there. Pretty aggressive add. Waiting for a couple of pushes up.
Stop filled.
And that messed me up. Big aggressive stop loss run. Puts me in drawdown. Terrible conditions. Could have avoided that chop between the overnight range. Hindsight. But no matter what I do today, just trying to go for that drawdown. Just like yesterday. Edge is not playing out. It's all right. We can't control the outcome. I can just control my trades. Now I'm in a bit of a drawdown more than I would like, but I'm seeing just giving it more room and letting it run if it wants to. If it doesn't, and if it just want to sell out, then that's a different story. I was on the wrong side. It looks like we might just break out of the range for now. But we're still trading in between the opening range, so it could just up. But the reason for, I think my stops were very tight, and that's what's been killing it. And I'm very high leverage going in E-minis rather than 5 micros for this account. And definitely a mistake or something I need to look into. And that's me getting stopped out soon if we don't rally higher. Chopping around at the moment. That was a good ad. Stand by it, but market just doesn't want to continue momentum. I have to shift and adapt to this new conditions. Very aggressive style on this intraday setups. Depends on how risk adverse you are, you know. I've been very aggressive. I've tried to flip the narrative as well, going long to short, short to long, see if it works, but I think I've just been caught in a wrong loop. Um, Risk to reward is pretty negative at the moment. If I were going for those $100, $200 wins, great, but I was going for those bigger losses or $200, $400, $800 wins, so that's what's making it.
Stop filled.
I stopped out. I'll wait for this candle to close. Not happy with that. It's about $400 worth of drawdown. And I did say that I'm gonna size down and stuff. Absolutely. So I did. 2 minis to 1 E-mini. That's sizing down. Like we're selling off.
Order filled.
Going for that sell move now.
Order filled.
Adding here. Waiting for
Order
first exit.
filled.
That's first exit. And that's second exit coming soon.
Order filled.
A post me break even on the day. All these trades, one wrong. It's just the market took me out. And unfortunate because the stops were very tight. But after this big win, let's just see. My accuracy has dropped on the day because I'm letting some trades run. And still haven't lost anything. Break even on the day. The last couple of trades were $800. I added to that position. Pretty good add. So happy with that. That could have been prevented because that was a second add and I could have easily gotten out quickly if trade didn't work my way, but that stop loss run was pretty quick, more than I could have imagined. I'm still green on the day. It's just the commissions part got me $178 in commissions. So 22 trades since I started. That's where we're at. I still think we can keep moving lower. There's more downside in the market because this was a pretty big aggressive sell move. But let's see.
Order filled.
Shorted there. Quick move. See if we can get a continuation lower. Not willing to lose too much on it, so stop's going to be tight. Just want this to work now or I'm out. Good fill, decent fill if it works. That's the retest.
Order
I
filled.
was stopped out in the money. That stop was mostly mental stop, so
Order filled.
I'll try it long. Since that big wick might see some pushes up, maybe it'll wick me out again and chop me out, then I know that okay, that's just how the market's gonna be today. But if we actually see a nice reversal, then I'm sitting prime. Just trying to follow momentum. ATRs just shrinked. What a trading day.
Order filled.
Not liking it. I'm out. Just not liking it. I'm being a tad bit hesitant as well. Might just be a little bit more patient and wait for A plus setup rather than, because to me it's still a short. I still feel like it's gonna rally down. It's below the overnight range. Yes, we printed a big wick. That's just grabbing a lot of liquidity. There's a higher chance that we might just keep going lower. And it happened to me before way too many times. So anything I want to go short here. But I'm waiting for the candle to close in about a minute. So there's 50 seconds before this candle closes. And it keep getting stuck there. Oh, now it moves higher. Maybe I'm being a little bit impatient. Maybe it's the market. Guess we'll never know. Pretty big aggressive. Yeah, that was my TP hit. Have some money on the table, but that's okay. Happy to be flat. Just gonna wait where this candle will close in about a second. Okay, that was pretty bullish.
Order filled.
Trying to go long here off of the momentum. we get sucked back into the opening range, then there's a higher chance we might just rally higher. And this was a big fake out or liquidity grab. My stop's too tight again. I guess my stop should definitely be somewhere around here. And limit should be roughly there. Then again, that's a huge trade. Are we going to get there? I don't know. If momentum's strong, if this was a big liquidity grab, we might just get some strong buying action if the candles close under the opening range. But let's see. Not liking it again. I'm just racking up fees, scratching trades. Not a lot of conviction here.
Order filled.
Oh, something happened. I went in double for some reason. I don't want to do that. I just pressed some other button and got me in twice. Let me try to get quickly out of the other one. Terrible.
Stop filled.
That was a double whammy. Ah, that wasn't a planned entry there. Oh well. I got chopped out. $100 loss on that one. Oh well. Making some mistakes here. Not a good projection. I'll just be patient. See if we can actually pick a direction. Stops are too tight. Keeps getting keep getting whipsawed up and down. Want some momentum to continue. All
Order
right,
filled.
adding there. See if we can get some momentum on this one.
Order filled.
Closing it there because I'm in my full position. And maybe I chickened out because today has been very shaky. Not a best way to follow my system, but it's been a ride, especially market just being so volatile. Just want to get good entries and rather than getting chopped out. Want to be a tad bit more patient with it. That was a good exit there.
Order filled.
In again, one contract. Stops too tight again. Should roughly be around there. See if we can get some momentum up. But that closed outside of the opening range, so that's not a great sign. Just chopping everyone out. I'm just hoping that it would just go and retest. Gonna struggle today, man. That was a great exit there with my full position. Didn't want to get stopped out. And this was a good call, giving us some room, opening my stop loss, but we'll see. That was a good call or nah. Looks like I'll get stopped out on that one. Let's look at the 1 minute. Could still rally higher. Continue some momentum. That's what I would like to see. Close inside the opening range. About 25 seconds before this candle closes. Stops. I don't want to move my stop too much, but it should roughly be under that wick there. That will get wicked out pretty quickly. I will increase my risk as well, but if we close inside the opening range, my reward's looking pretty decent, roughly around there. If we go past the VWAP, just wanted to go and test the VWAP even at least once. Looking at this choppy action, I don't want to actually add to the position. I want to let it run and see if it plays out. This is more one is to one risk. So either it works now or doesn't. That's where we're at. But I would like to see this 15-minute closing in between the opening range. At the moment, it's not doing that. We have about 6 minutes before this candle closes, so this 5 minute at least needs to close above. Otherwise, just a chop fest. And we were gonna sell out anyway. I'm not liking this chop action. No clear momentum. That definitely was a fake out. Opening breakout. It did work. Did make some money off of it. Definitely was a fake out though. What I'm hoping is like a nice big bull bar engulfing that one. What I don't want is the opposite. This bar engulfing this little rally. Currently, that's what it looks like. Sellers are in control. So if I don't look at the dollar figure, I think it's prime for a nice reversal, eating up all those shorts and squeezing them out. But let's see. That was my initial stop loss getting hit. Selling hard. We need a little miracle bull rally to get it up. At least go test the VWAP. Not expecting too much from today then. About a couple minutes before this 15-minute closes, let's see if it closes outside or inside the opening range. Currently looks like it's going to close outside, and that's a sign for sellers. But we don't know what the next 5 minutes is going to bring. Um, it's just chopping around. And that's what it did yesterday. It chopped around at the lows, and then it sold hard. Funny. See, 1 minute before this 15-minute closes, looks like it's going to close inside of the opening range. That's what I would like to see. At least some momentum picking up. All right, that 15-minute close higher. Sellers could cover. Might see a little short relief rally. Let's see. Not a market where I would add. This could be a position to add if we see a couple more 5-minute candles. It's been tough to add the whipsaws up and down. Pretty trashy, choppy action, and the volume just died off completely. Very slow market.
Order filled.
Cutting it short there. Not feeling it. Just don't want to get whipsawed. This is the trading for the day. A big find or loss could have been prevented. And so I've been doing that $500 or $600 loss. If I prevented that, today would have been a better day. But look how crazy it's all been. Made some profit, went break even, made some profit, lost some, made some profit. High was $700. Low became $800. That was a hairy position. And then now climbing back up. So just the market's been terrible. The last couple of trades are pretty good. $100, $400, 150 losers. So the last streak was consistent actually. Looking at it. Um, the reason I'm getting out is just I'm not feeling it. Not doing what I wanted to do, so maybe it's best to stay out. Dow Jones is just even more choppy. Terrible action. Terrible. Yesterday was okay. Anybody who traded it. Today is terrible. What, 10 minutes before I call it quits. Deep inside, I know I want to take one more trade, but I already took about 28 trades. Made 441. Should be happy with that, but it is what it is. Not seeing much volume.
Order filled.
See if I can go for quick scalps. Pretty bad fill. Five three, right? 5-3. I'm seeing mostly 4-6 to be honest. Get a fill at 4-6, that'd be nice. That's the low down there that we haven't touched yet. It's just been very, very choppy. That fill could have been way much better, but I was hoping that okay, if we're continuing, it might just run up. But it filled me and it moved lower. Just shows the choppy action and shows that there is no momentum in the market at the moment. So terrible, terrible fills, terrible conditions, and this will stop me out for moving higher or lower. We don't know.
Stop filled.
There you go. That's me break even on the day.
Order filled.
Going tad bit short. See if we can continue that. We're gonna sell off, then let's sell off. You know? Closed outside of the opening range. Maybe that was a little bit of fake out. So in a break even day, I lost all that profit again. So and it's been a 50-50. Seems like we're gonna sell off. Just going with that momentum on that red candle, red 5 minute. I've been cutting my profits short as well, so it's been 1:1 per trade, 1:1.5. Not a big fan of that, but that's just the market. Choppy. I tried long, momentum didn't work, so I'm going short. No other logic behind it. It has to go one way or the other, or just sideways. I hate sideways. Nobody makes money sideways unless you're going for those 5 points, 2 points. Have healthy profit but 221 in commissions. That's not good. So slow. Want it to drop now. Here's what I'm looking at. Little wedge. Need to break that stat either way. Or even you could argue that it's something like this. Right? And then like that. If we break the wedge on the downside, we might see an acceleration to the lows. Oh, that's where I'm sitting at. Need to break that wedge like we did here. What is that other trade? Yep, like that trade. A lot of consolidation, a lot of compression. And once we broke the wedge, we just moved high. I think that's what we're seeing here. A lot of compression. Once we broke the wedge, went high. A lot of compression. Once we break the wedge, we go lower with aggression. Looks like we're trying to break it now, and we did. But it needs to be with a lot of volume. Just flirting at the moment. Needs to close below that wedge. For that imbalance to work. Like a sharp shoot down. It's been a couple of minutes. It's my trading cutoff time. I told myself I'm just going to trade first hour. But let's see if we can get some continuation. Market's not working on my time. That's the 5 minute. Little wedge. What's the rush? There is no rush. Right, looks like we might see some acceleration, some movement after all. Some volume kick in when we break the wedge. We need to close lower. Still just choppy consolidation sideways. A few mistakes today, I would admit. All right, we're testing the low of the opening range. Getting rejected, that's a great sign. I don't want it to close inside the opening range. I just want the momentum lower. Let's see. All right, let's see if this is it. After all that wait, it's testing the wedge. Needs to break with a lot of volume. It's testing it. 15-minute looks prime as well. See good acceleration. All the buyers getting out, all those orders getting hit. There you go. That's the acceleration. Quick drop. Let's see if we can continue that. Really want to add here, but I've had it with today's market. Could find support here like it did before. But if we don't, then it might just slice it like butter, like butter. Go to 4760, or at least in the middle here somewhere. So somewhere there. Pence. Pence. Just being patient of the wedge break. See if we can continue the momentum, but that does not look good here. We got that little push up at 24,793. Better to close, trail it out if we don't push lower. All right, testing the wedge again. I don't want it to close inside. I want it to go lower.
Order
That
filled.
stopped me break even.
Order filled.
I'm going long here. Gotta close that $400 profit, but that's a strong bull sign here. Everybody's gonna cover. So I'm just gonna see if I can join the train. A huge fake out. Huge one. Maybe not closing that was a mistake. Kind of confirms behavior. Big engulfing candle.
Order filled.
Adding there as well. What a day. Those mistakes might get me. Not closing that trade in $400 profit might get me.
Stop filled.
Yeah, market's just chopping now. Terrible. Just terrible. Could have been $400 or $500 in the money, and now I'm sitting at about $300 loss. So that's just losing market at the moment. No momentum. Trade logic was after seeing this big wick again. I thought, okay, we don't want to go down. There's clearly a strong support here, so we might just move higher. That is the logic right now, currently, but doesn't look like we're following it. Looks like we're just getting rejected off of the wedge, so this wedge just didn't work at all. Terrible markets. That's where I would like to see markets go. At least testing that 860 mark. Are we gonna get there before stopping me out? I don't know. It's like I might just get stopped out. Looks like momentum's just treading lower. I'll just set and forget this. That's me getting stopped out. Very close.
Stop field.
Yep.
Order filled.
And that's markets pushing down. Trying out of the short again. Increases my risk for the day. Absolutely. What a shaky day. 50-50. Even that trade's 50-50. Fake outs. Too many fake outs.
Order filled.
I'm adding here as well.
Stop field.
It stopped me out. Let's see, are we going to drop? Or are we just going to rally higher? Choppy session. Could have stopped ages ago, but again, started the day at about 644 profit pre-market, closing it at about 800 if this closes in a loss. Touche. Mind you, I have been very aggressive. You know, the challenge phase and all that sort of stuff.
Order filled. Order filled.
I'm going long. I just stopped out prematurely on that one. Be chasing ducks at the moment, but hey, very shaky.
Order filled.
Adding here. Completely against my guardrail system, my rules. Should have sized down, but it is what it is for today. Anything I would like to raise today, and this chop and learning from it and never repeating it. And I tell myself that's not gonna happen, but the market conditions and my strategy, you just get into it and things go south sometimes because it's just been up and down. We haven't seen a good reversal or breakout. Maybe staying out of these days and um, just knowing early on that this is not the day when the edge plays out. So um, that kind of stuff. Look at that trashy action. Take a break. Right.
Stop filled. Stop filled.
My man.
Order filled.
What a day. Completely stopped me out. Break even.
Order filled.
good to get in again. Getting stopped out break even. Was hesitant moving stops break even. I'm about to open it up because it's just been so choppy. But then I thought of entering a game, letting the risk to reward play out at least once. Strong bullish candle on the 15-minute. I just want some continuation on this one. Otherwise, no point just sitting here getting chopped and getting cut. A couple bullish 15 minutes, they're gonna do it. How are we gonna get there though? That's the question. Not crazy for the market to do that. Seen that before. They're gonna do it now. That's the question. Again, terrible. Not much room on this account anyway. I'm in full position. Goes now, great. If it doesn't, then it's gone. And this time I let it go. It's on me. So important to just follow that guardrail.
Order filled.
That's done. Very choppy, terrible day. Don't want this to be remembered at all. And we'll start again fresh tomorrow. This does takes my emotional capital away. All those small wins and stuff, and even being right on the right side of the market is just very choppy and it's very difficult to trade. And now we're just gonna chop around. So thanks everyone for watching, and I hope to see everybody tomorrow. Maybe take a break tomorrow. Not too sure. We'll see. Cheers.